Thank you, Taker. Welcome to a special edition of the Shadow Buzz today, and I've got a lot to cover in a short amount of time. I'm not going to do this all the time, but it's the day after WrestleMania, so I've got a lot I got to cover, get with you guys. There's just so much that happened last night. It was a great episode, and I really got to speak my mind about it. You know, can't wait for tonight's Raw. So, we shall begin. There was a lot of controversy about a certain match, Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar, and I'll be honest with you, I normally make a lot of predictions, and a lot of times I'm right. But last night, if you would have told me that Brock Lesnar was going to break the streak, I would have thought you were crazy. You know, I say this because he doesn't seem so involved with the business like others who are very passionate about it. Not saying any disrespect towards Lesnar. I'm actually a fan of his. I just didn't think that he'd be the one to do it. But if you look at the reality part of it, Undertaker is he's getting old, and Undertaker is a genetic freak. And honestly, if you look at the reality, Brock Lesnar would be able to beat anybody if he wanted to. So last night, the whole pay-per-view, honestly, the way Taker lost, I felt as if it wasn't planned. But I've also read a lot that it was planned, so who am I to say if it is or it isn't? The reason I say it might possibly be planned is because just the way it happened. Undertaker, throughout the whole match, it was a slow-paced match. It wasn't very fast-paced whatsoever. Brock did 3 F5s to him, and the ref's count seemed fast. And I'm not being a sore loser or anything saying that. I'm saying that because it was fast. The ref counted 1, 2, 3, and the reality of it is half of the matches goes 1, 2, 3. So I think it was a fast count. It's just, I can't believe it's over. 21-1. 21-1. It's insanity. I didn't think that it was ever going to be broken, but the streak is dead, and nothing I can do about it. This may sound crazy, and I'm not saying I have an ego or anything, but, you know, I would have loved to face Taker for the streak and lose once I eventually get into the WWE. That'd be one thing I would love to do. That's obviously not going to happen because the streak is dead. And I believe that The Undertaker is going to hang up his boots anytime soon. Because last night proved that I hate to say it, but I think that Undertaker is too old for the business now, and he is a living legend. No one will ever replace Undertaker at all, ever. He's the Undertaker. Another few reasons I think that it could have been non-planned was because Brock's music played a couple minutes after it happened, after the pinfall, and everyone was freaking out. Paul Heyman was like, "You did it, you did it," and Brock was just the look on both of their faces at the end. It was insanity. I mean, I looked at the TV as soon as I saw the 3 count with my mouth open, jaw dropped. I could not believe what I just saw. Complete craziness. I don't know what to say. I mean, that's still how I feel about it. I don't know what to say. And I don't cry for pretty much anything. But if The Undertaker announces his retirement anytime soon, I have a strong feeling that I'm going to cry like a little baby. And I don't know. I hate retirements. Um, Shawn Michaels' retirement got to me. He was one of my favorites of all time. Same with Edge and Ric Flair. But everything ends. Everything's got to go on. So that's a very big topic that all social media is blowing up about this topic. I want to talk to you guys about Cesaro winning that battle royal. I was really pulling for Dolph Ziggler because I'm a huge fan of his, but I'm so glad that Cesaro picked up the win. And the real Americans, the way I look at it, I think that they broke up during the pre-show because Cesaro did the swing to swagger. It was bound to happen. So Cesaro, I'm a huge fan of, as you guys know, if you've listened to the other episodes, and if you haven't, well, you really should check them out. They were both really good, especially the one I just did. So I think Cesaro is face now. The Shield just completely dominated their match with the Outlaws and Kane. Complete domination the entire match. It wasn't even... It was kind of a... I mean, I wouldn't say it was a waste of a match, but it was good for them to prove themselves like that. I think the Divas match kind of sucked. AJ Lee, as much as I'm a fan of her and how hot she is, it's been... I think she's had the championship for too long. I think the other divas should deserve a shot. Well, not a shot, but deserve an opportunity to have it. Which they did, but apparently they didn't win it. It stinks because I'm actually looking... I think Naomi could be the new potential Lita. The way she's athletic and all that, she obviously doesn't look like Lita. But Lita was a high-flying diva, and Naomi seems to be like that too. And I really like Natalia as well. She's a great wrestler. I really like her. She's got all the perks. They're both great-looking women. So the Divas match could have been better. We could have seen another champion. I honestly thought there was a 90% chance that AJ was going to lose the title. Now, not really much to say about the whole Daniel Bryan Triple H thing. I mean, I was expecting that to happen. Daniel Bryan obviously beat Triple H, moved on to the main event and won. I gotta give the guy credit though. He really pulled himself up in that match, and I think he definitely deserves the title now. I also have to give credit where it's due about the whole Undertaker Brock Lesnar thing. I have to congratulate Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman for doing the unthinkable. And so that's that. Cena defeated Bray Wyatt. Match honestly wasn't the best, but still, I think it's good for Bray Wyatt for his debut match. They did a crazy thing in the main event. Batista powerbombed Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton RKO'd him at the same time. Just picture that in your head. Picture that in your head. The beginning really was a great kickoff. Hulk Hogan came out, introduced WrestleMania, and then Stone Cold came out. That's always awesome. And then The Rock came out, and just three legends standing in the ring was pretty much unspeakable. Or not unspeakable, it's unthinkable. You know, especially if you know how this business is. It's awesome. A lot happened last night. I'd say without the whole Taker, I'd say I give it a 9 out of 10, and that's not too bad. I mean, I would give it a 10 out of 10 if Taker beat Brock Lesnar, but it's just the way it is. I was very excited for this WrestleMania, and I'm not very disappointed. Not like I was disappointed with some other past pay-per-views. So it's definitely definitely a good. It was a good pay-per-view. If you missed it, then you should catch it once you get a chance. Raw is on tonight, which is gonna be great. I can't wait for that. I feel like I'm missing something. I normally forget something, but you know, well, I covered a lot in a short amount of time. I think that Daniel Bryan better watch his back because if you don't remember, Brock Lesnar wanted to have those two championships, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, and I think Brock Lesnar's coming for Daniel Bryan, and I think that'd actually be a pretty good match. You look at the reality, or you look at the size, and you think Brock would squash Daniel Bryan, but I think Daniel Bryan might pull, he might pull it off somehow. So I'm really excited, and I can't wait for this Raw tonight. I announced last week that, or last episode, that Xavier Black, well, formerly known as Xavier Black, but now he's Rampage Reed Rising. I don't know what he is, but okay, my buddy, who was on the last episode, is going to be on the next episode, and we're going to discuss even more. Okay, so that's what's going to go on, and I'm only going to do these between episodes every now and then. I don't have much time to do them sometimes, but I had a lot to get off my chest about this whole WrestleMania thing, and the IWC, Internet Wrestling Community, is blowing up about this, as they normally always do, which is quite annoying because they never understood, or they never understand who to go for. Half of them already turned on Daniel Bryan, but typical wrestling fans, I'm not saying all you are bad, I'm just saying that some certain ones never are happy with the company, but those are the ones who continue to watch it. So, there's a lot I covered in a short amount of time, so I guess if you didn't watch it, you know what just happened. I'm gonna I'll post and I'll say that this is a spoiler video, I guess, in the title of it. Like I said, I hope you guys listen to the other 2 episodes I have up, and if you have any questions you want me to address, you can always hit me up on Twitter at BrandonHolmes35. At BrandonHolmes35. You can always find me on Facebook too. Just type in Cliff Shadow and you should be able to find me. And, well, that's about it. Peace out, everybody. You